After having fished commercially out in the ocean for many, many years, I needed a place that was just a bit safer, and this fit the bill. Clean water, great forests, salmon streams, bears, whales, eagles. It's just couldn't be any better.
I'm Byron Velvick, and this is The Guide's Guide, a show about going out and finding not just the guide, but the guide's guide is really about this guy who knows an area better than anybody and is going to show you not just his specialty, but everything about the area he loves so passionately.
Well, Tuck epitomizes a true Alaskan. He knows this area so well. He is an amazing fisherman, and he opens his home and his community to visitors in a very, very special way.
It's not just one thing. I guess that's the bottom line. It's everything that's enveloped by here. I first moved to Alaska when I was 4 years old with my family. My dad was the very first director of fisheries for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and knows a lot about the outdoor life, everything from birds and whales to fish. And he just imparted all of his great knowledge on to me. And I've been able to utilize that in my business over all these years.
He's amazing. He's got the bottom contour of this whole inlet mapped out inside his head. Tuck's got three secrets though: location, location, location. It'll happen again and again where people, okay, we'll follow Tuck, and they'll go out there. After a while, they just can't stand it anymore. They can't, because he's out fishing them at least 3 to 1 or more. So yeah, they try it first, but it's just no go on that.
So you got sea lions, seals, whales. Do you have any other life out here?
All purposes, and they look like little mini killer whales, but they usually are in groups and they're smaller.
You step off the boat or the plane and you're stepping back 100 years. A life very closely connected to the natural world. And that is a wonderful gift to be able to share with people.
And the bike trails out here are just awesome. Tenakee Springs has these trails that go all the way along the sound, and you look at the sunrise and sunsets out over this water right here, and the only thing I'm worried about are the bears. The water's right here, there's berries, there's fish. I'm riding my bike, I'm a little nervous, but I'm enjoying the trails. We paddle out, get out there, and all of a sudden, the single most amazing thing I've ever had happen on the water happens right in front of me. I'm in a kayak, Tuck's there with me, and the whale comes up and the tail flops over. I got goosebumps even now talking about it, and I know at the time I was like, you got to be kidding me. Tuck, what is this thing with the whales in bubble feed?
Yeah,
what is that about?
Really interesting process. So you got 6 to 15 whales and you watch them, and they'll locate a school of bait. All the tails start going down together at once. Get below, one whale will blow a circle of bubbles around that school of bait. And that forces the bait into a ball, which is a defensive position for them. And they start going up to the top. The bubbles force them up to the top. The whales are all down below. They're all working together. One whale gets the #1 position, and they all go up together, and they all come out of the water with their mouths wide open. One whale's in the middle, and that whale gets the best feed, and they all take turns to get that position.
And this is the only place in the world they do that?
They do it all over Southeast Alaska. This is where they do it a lot.
It's hard to describe 12 whales bubble netting right next to your boat, or pulling in a big fish, or coming up close to bears, and it's unbelievable.
in this particular place, if you don't know how to get in and out of here, you can be stranded for hours.
And I can tell you actually know it, because everywhere you stop, you're kind of telling us, well, the fish are gonna be anywhere in this river system. They're gonna be on that bend past that tree, right here before that rapid, and you got like 5 or 6 little holes right here that you really like, don't you?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time in this area. We fish this water a lot. We know where the fish are. If they're here, we're gonna find them.
I can't wait. I'm gonna go try right over there.
Yeah, all right,
Call?
give it a shot.
As you told me, he said get to the rushing water, right?
Yep.
All right.
You can see the salmon here that have been eaten by the bear this morning, right there.
Fresh kill?
Yeah, our buddy's been here. There we go.
That's what it's all about, Tuck.
Fish on.
There he goes.
Fish on. There
Down
we
here in
go.
Alaska.
Good jumper. Here we are.
Bears around. Took my mind off the bear just for a second so I could take Tuck's advice. Look at that. Wow, is that pretty? Oh man, is that a cold fish? I got you. That's how the bears do it, Tuck.
All right, there he goes.
And the guy's got this all orchestrated. Bears, fly fishing, spin fishing, river, salmon, rock fishing. The whole day is planned out and it goes perfect. She wasn't just relaxing when you did.
No.
And I can tell we got pretty close. I mean, getting that close to that a big female like that becomes like, I mean, they're all around us right now. I mean,
Yeah.
in the middle of this Tonga forest right here, this is bear country. This whole place.
Absolutely. It's their home. We're invading. You know, we're not at the top of the food chain again. It's them, and so you have to respect that. And always know about bears is that even though you've been around them all your life, like myself, since I was 4 years old, there's never any givens about bears. They're always unpredictable. They can always do something that you don't expect to do.
Right.
And you always have to be prepared.
So if you're out in the middle of the woods like this, we're hiking right now, and we start smelling fish, and we're not near the river,
you got a good indication that this is going to be
a problem
coming up. Yeah,
something worth seeing, but at the same time, be
But,
careful.
and it just goes to the fact that you have to have all your senses.
You got to be pretty aware of your environment, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's important just to be aware of what's going on. Again, how can you beat hiking here?
Oh, it's beautiful.
You look up into the canopy up here, and you can see how dense it is up there. And there's a whole nother ecosystem that lives up there.
Look at that.
He's a very straightforward, his word is gold, and he's a lot of fun to be with.
Well, so far we haven't caught any halibut. We've got rockfish, salmon.
Perhaps the coolest thing about Tenakee Springs is the fact this place is almost completely sustainable unto itself.
Everything that we eat is fresh, generally taken right out of the water or grown locally.
There we go. Oh,
There we go.
woo-hoo.
This is a male crab right here, and you can see this kind of V right, always opening up right now. They're very feisty. You have to grab them this way, otherwise they'll pinch you. They got really strong pinchers on.
What kind of crab are these?
These are Dungeness crab.
Dungeness crabs.
Just as tasty as you can get. This is one of the best breeding grounds and areas to get these kind of crabs.
So you'll tell us that's a crab, you'll tell us that's a shrimp, or that's a corn, but you're not going to talk about the sauce, are you? You're not going to give up the secret, are
Well,
you?
you know,
There's a
I
little
mean,
seasoning going on. He's got it all in his head. I mean, he knows where the fish are below the surface, but then he has so much to show you, and nothing misses it. I mean, even while we're busy just doing our thing, he's like, oh, bald eagle over here. Oh, check out the blue heron over there. Oh, there's a whale tail right there. I mean, he wants to show you this area, and that's what he's passionate about, and that's what it's about with the Guide's Guide is finding the guy that knows it better than anybody and wants to share it as best he can.
I'm coming up only to show you down for, and coming up